Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're doing amazing. I'm sitting here on the floor, so hopefully you don't mind the angle. I am Lindsay and I'm one of the leaders in this page, and I wanted to go live and talk to you guys a little bit about a book that I am reading. It is called Time Traps. I guess I could have flipped this around so you'd be able to read it. Time Traps by Todd Duncan. I have a couple of things I'm gonna mark off and tell you guys a little bit about. This part's totally unrelated to money, but Greta Murray and I have a book club. It literally is just a book club for entrepreneurs, and it's called Feed Your Mind. It's in hi Holly. It's in oh, hey Candace. I'm like trying to guess who it is through the little pictures. Hey Chels. Okay, so Feed Your Mind. If you Google it or Facebook search it, it will pop up a group, and it's a book club that Greta and I have for entrepreneurs. So if you are interested in that, just throwing that out there. This month we're reading this book, and I just wanted to share a couple of things. I'm not going to share like the whole synopsis or like idea of the book because one, I'm only halfway through it, and two, if this interests you, go get the book because it is a good book. It's given me motivation. Like every time I've opened it up, I'm like, oh my gosh. Hey, Ashley. Okay, so here we go. All right. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. First, I'm going to talk about time management and how you can get to the tasks that are most important. And this is not really necessarily like a network marketing time management thing. It's just the things I've learned in this book. So, yeah. So it's not like specific to this business. It's just a couple of tips. Okay, so there's different chapters. There's the identity trap, the organization trap, the yes trap, like saying yes to everything so you don't even have time anymore. The control trap, where you feel like you have to have control of everything. The technology trap, the quota trap, the failure trap, the party trap. So many different time traps in this book, and I am to the control trap. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the tasks that he labels first. So there's multiple tasks in here. He says you need to break down the things you have in your life and everything to the unnecessary tasks, the necessary tasks, and the productive tasks. Those three things. So with the unnecessary tasks, like again, if you want more of this part, like totally grab the book. But the unnecessary tasks are tasks that are prohibiting your business from moving forward. So let's just think of the most obvious unnecessary task that we put ourselves in as network marketers. I am going to go ahead and say that is the scrolling trap. Scrolling. I never, ever in my life was a scroller. I had a job before that when I got my work done, I was able to leave, even though that was like 12 hours later, that was still that. So I never like turned into a scroller at work or anything like that. But then whenever I came over here, well, it wasn't this job specifically, but it was network marketing in general. I was in another business before this. It was a health and wellness business. And I was convinced if I scrolled long enough, I would find my customers. I would find someone saying they're tired. I would find someone saying whatever. So it's kind of the same thing. Like if you're convinced you're going to scroll and find someone complaining about their hair or like a bad hair day or whatever it is, not necessarily the smartest way to use your time because it's the amount of times it's going to work out for you and you're going to find your perfect potential in scrolling. Not the best percentage, right? So that's an unnecessary task that you can totally remove from your thing. That's the first one that comes to my mind. The other one is like emailing friends and talking to friends and doing all these different things during your work hours. Those are unnecessary tasks. So necessary tasks are activities that have the potential to move your business forward, but it's not as productive as like a productive task. So let's see, like goal setting, very, very necessary, and it's called necessary tasks, so very, very necessary, but not really making you money, right? So you got to stick with just the productive tasks. So all of this is down to the productive tasks, and this won't be too much longer. Like I'll wrap it up with this. So productive tasks are the ones you want to focus on. They actively and most effectively move your business forward. Okay. And so this whole section, like these lots of pages right here are talking about productive tasks. And then the final thing comes in with just these sentences. It says, to realize your selling potential, you must get in the habit of focusing your time only on the tasks that bring you the biggest return. And in business and in sales, that means two things: building trust with the right prospects, and adding value to your existing customers. So when it comes down to everything, those are the two tasks that are productive tasks for salespeople, creating relationships basically, right? So building trust with the right prospects. So that's you taking someone to coffee or getting on the phone or whatever it is and deciding if they're right for your team, if they fit for the team, if they're perfect for this situation. If not, you move along to find someone else that might have this be perfect for them. So that's that. And then adding value to existing customers, of course, like checking in on them, making sure they're good, taking care of them, and teaching them different things, making sure they're using the products right and everything like that. So that's what it all comes down to. So there's unnecessary tasks, scrolling, blah, 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 stuff that does not matter. There's necessary tasks that have to get done, like posting and stuff like that. But then there's those tasks that are what is the word? Why did I just lose the word? Did I really just... Oh, productive. That's the word. The productive tasks. I just wanted to use the same phrasing. The productive tasks. And that's all that matters are your productive tasks. Building trust with right prospects, adding value to existing customers. That's where your focus should be, and that will make your business grow. And then if you're making that your main focus, you can find ways to make sure you're taking care of the other and being more productive in a way with the other things and making sure they're getting done and not just wasting your time. Here's another example that I really, really like that I just want to share. He said that multiple deposits of time, okay. There is a compounding value of time. Multiple deposits of time on the same task can have a big effect. So picture this, I'm just trying to think of quick examples. So picture you spreading yourself across LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube. You're trying to like be the best on all of them. Well, you're just going to sprinkle it in a little bit, right? You're not really going to be able to nail one down if you're focused on everything and making new content for every single one. So his example is if you invest an hour at the gym for a couple of months, every day, an hour for a couple of months. Over time, you're going to see it pay off in your sleep, in your body, in your mind, in your food, the things you're craving, all different things like that. You're going to see it pay off over time, but it has to show up every single day because picture this. So say, I don't go to the gym, but let's say I'm going to the gym. So say I'm like, okay, I'm going to do 3 hours at the gym a week. If I show up on Mondays and do 3 hours every Monday, that's 12 hours a month. Yeah, but that's only 4 workouts a month. When you break it down, I'm only working out every Monday. So if you're only showing up once, it's almost pointless. Like your body, if you do crunches on Mondays, you're not going to get abs. Like you're not. You have to show up and do a little bit each day instead of doing a lot of it in one day, if that makes sense. So love that example of that because it's like, I can tell you, yeah, be consistent and it's going to pay off and all of these things. But when you have the gym reference and you're like, oh, that's totally true. Showing up every single day, you're going to have a thing. Showing up once a week, you're not going to have something. Showing up once a month and going hard for 1 week, not going to happen. You need to show up consistently. And that's the whole entire basis of, I think, life, but also our business. You have to show up. So hope that helped you guys a little bit. I'll show you the book again, although I wrote it in the thing. It's called Time Traps. There is no Audible. It's just a book by Todd Duncan. He's going to be speaking at Monations. I'm really excited about that. And maybe once I finish this, I'll have a little more to share with you guys. That was just like, I just like the idea of figuring out the things that you are spending your time on, removing them if they're not productive, and replacing them with a productive task and just being aware. That's what it comes down to. If you're scrolling, sometimes you catch yourself and you're like, damn, I didn't even know I was scrolling. And it's like, I should have been somewhere an hour ago and I'm still in bed. Like that type of thing. Like you'll catch yourself on those types of things and just get better throughout it all. So, hey Sid, I'm wrapping this up so you might want to catch the replay, but thanks for hopping on. And Ashley, thanks for sticking around and have a great day, guys.